Before I go in on my topic tonight, I just want to touch on a few subjects. The first one I guess I'll go in is I want to talk a little bit about the beef between Umar Johnson and Dr. Boyce Watkins. I think this is a very interesting title. Here lately, I've been watching some videos and I've been seeing Dr. Boyce Watkins have a few words about Dr. Umar Johnson. I've watched a lot of Dr. Boyce Watkins. I've heard Yvette Carnell and some things that she said on his channel dealing with the Minister Farrakhan, which I agree with some of the things that she said. I saw Damon Dash on there. A few episodes I got a chance to check out when I get the chance. But here recently he's been talking about Dr. Umar Johnson and some beef that he has going on with him. And this is how I look at it. To me, Dr. Boyce Watkins has been just too politically correct in most of his videos. I mean, he's too neat. He tries to be too much of a good Negro. He don't just want to drive the point hard, whatever his point is. And he really is, to me, he hides behind, he's a male feminist. He's a male feminist, coward, coon. This is Dr. Boyce Watkins I'm talking about. And I'm going to tell you why. He claims that he agrees with Dr. Umar Johnson in building a school, that he had support for him in all of this. And he was supportive of him and agreed with him, and he actually put money up. But what happened was a sister got on his channel. I believe her name was Maria or something like that. And she began to challenge Dr. Umar Johnson about the school and where the funding is going and what type of blueprint or plan does he have for the making of the school. And she caused a lot of controversy. The video damn near went viral on his channel. And he claims that he just has an open channel, that he doesn't know what happened, even though he's a businessman, supposed to be an executive that's also training other people how to make money. He's supposed to be a successful business money. When it comes to his YouTube channel, he seems to have no accountability or responsibility. He don't know who's uploading what, when they're uploading, or what they're talking about. But he calls it a free channel where these people can come and just express their few views and opinion as though there are no consequences to what you say over a YouTube channel that has thousands of followers. That there's just forget the consequences. Just come over here and just speak your mind, no matter whether it challenges or attacks the platform of any black leader trying to do something positive. It doesn't matter. Just say what you want to say. And, I'm a male feminist. So just because you're a woman, you can, I support your free speech and you can just say whatever you want to say. This is what happened. This is what's happening on Dr. Boyce Watkins' channel. So the sisters get on there like Yvette Carnell did. He said when Yvette Carnell made the attacks on Minister Farrakhan for the Million Youth March, he was very critical. She spoke against the march and Farrakhan. And he said he disagreed with her. And he went to the minister and said, I don't agree with her ideas, but I just want to have a free platform, where these black women can get on here and attack whatever black leader of their choice. But I don't agree. He said the same thing with Dr. Umar Johnson when Maria got on there and started talking about where the money going, where the money at. He claimed that he didn't agree originally, but when Dr. Umar didn't kiss his ass, didn't call him, didn't fall under the empire of Dr. Boyce Watkins, didn't come to the table, then all of a sudden he kind of agreed with Maria. He agreed with this random opinion of somebody just using his channel. Now all of a sudden he backs her point. Well, we need to know what the money is, and you should be able to answer a question. Well, wait a minute, I thought you was in complete support of Dr. Umar Johnson. Why did you, being a businessman, why did you give your money to him? And why was you saying you supporting him? And it took this woman to get on your channel to all of a sudden enlighten you after Umar Johnson reacted to the controversy that was created on your channel. He reacted to it. Then you want to say, well, I agree. Basically in so many words, Umar Johnson is a scam artist. And we need to know what the money is, and he should be willing to ask a question. And I also have a problem with his leadership prototype, that we don't need no more leaders and this type of thing. So it's some black hatred there. Like I said, he is the president of the black male feminist movement, from what I heard on this video. He agreed with his leadership model. Where's the money at? Where's the blueprint at? He acted just completely dumb about the impact that this woman's video could have in criticizing Dr. Umar Johnson. He acted totally oblivious, like people coming on his site saying whatever they felt like, no matter who it was attacking, should be accepted. Its common sense is completely logical for this to happen. What's the problem? That video almost got 15,000 views of somebody attacking something positive that a particular black man is trying to do, trying to build a school, an alternative school. It's just her opinion. It's nothing. What problem do you have with me, Dr. Umar? I didn't do anything. I just opened my channel up to somebody to come and get 50,000 views attacking you, creating controversy and scrutiny around what you're doing. Then he throws this question out, this type of logic, saying that, you know, you should be willing to deal with a question if somebody asks you a question, which is not, it is not completely an intellectual approach, because you know when somebody throw a question on you and these questions have implications, when and where you answer that question can add to the misperception or misconception of those listening to the question, depending on when and how you answer or if you take the question. So just because you answer the question with the absolute truth doesn't mean that it removes all of the negativity, or that it's definitely not going to help remove the misrepresentation or misperception about what is happening or what is going on. So just because you take the question doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to happen. So just because you don't answer a question or deal with what a question implies in answering it doesn't mean that you're always ducking or dodging or hiding or just answer the question, or since because you're not answering the question, you must be hiding something. That's just not the case. Sometimes answering the question could work against you when whoever you're even answering the question for has an agenda that is against you. You can see that by being interrogated by the police and the FBI. That's why they say you have the right to remain silent, because how you answer the question, even if you're telling the truth, its implications could work against you depending on who's listening, what the agenda is. That's why they say, look, let me call my lawyer before I answer that question. Hold on. I'm not going to answer that question right now because I already know what you're trying to do with how I'm going to answer it. So his logic of just answering the question, and just because Umar don't answer the question of what he's going to do with the money and what's his blueprint and all that, doesn't mean he doesn't have one, right? And doesn't mean that the money has been mismanaged or he's a scam artist or he's not going to build a school. So that's an illogical presumption to think that just because he would entertain a certain question or a certain attack in the form of questioning doesn't disqualify or discredit what he's doing. Bottom line. 2, let's deal with money. And let's deal with where our money goes and the investment of our money. Because if Umar Johnson doesn't give a blueprint or tell us what he's doing with the money or where the money is going, he's definitely going to scam us out of so many millions of dollars that should go into a school. We definitely, this is definitely going to happen, I guess, in their minds. That he's just going to be able to do that and just disappear with $4 million that didn't go into a school. But let's entertain this. What about your tax money? Where the fuck is it going? You don't really know. You're a businessman. You pay your taxes. You just know you don't want the IRS to jump down your goddamn throat. You don't want the IRS to come at you. So you just pay your taxes. But you know this taxes is supposed to go towards the government. It's supposed to go towards the school system. It's supposed to go towards the upkeep of roads and highways and things in your community and keep the state going. It's really going to, a lot of lawsuits that the police have for whooping your ass. They use your money to pay the lawsuit for beating your ass. So you're actually paying for your own ass whooping in a certain way, but, or getting rewarded for contributing to that ass whooping that you're going to get one day. But your money is going to all these places, and these same black intellectuals or black economic savvy people don't question their governments about where their money's going or what the government is doing with their money. They don't know where the dollars are going, but they're paying their taxes like the good Negroes that they're supposed to be in the society. And they pretty much have faith and belief that the government is going to do the right thing with their money, which is not always the case. Because we can see with Mayor Kilpatrick, the former mayor of Detroit, that he took a lot of money and put it right in his goddamn pocket. And the people of Detroit trusted Kilpatrick. I believe he was the governor. They trusted him. Kwame Kilpatrick, I think that was his name. They trusted what he was going to do with the money. Just like you trust your government and paying your taxes. And the only people that know what's happening with the money oftentimes are embezzling it or utilizing it whatever way they want to. But that doesn't really bother. You don't question that. What's going on with the money? You don't question, is the money being properly distributed based upon the different schools, this precinct and this ward? Is the money going to the right place to help your community, to help schools in your community? These questions don't arise for you. But when a black man says, I'm going to build a school, you want a blueprint, you want it all laid out for you on a personal level, that this person should personally appeal to your personal desire, and the question that you have as an individual is so valuable that they definitely should appeal to you. And if they don't answer you quick enough and at the speed that you think they should and present it before you with the type of time you feel like it should happen, they're definitely a scam artist. They're definitely running away with your money, and the man's definitely not building a school, and you call yourself an intellectual. I call that black hate. I call that nigga hating nigga. That's what I call that. The black man trying to do something positive to build up something, and you trying to hate him in the door. For one, you're jealous of what he's doing. You're jealous of the fame and attention that he's attracting in what he's doing. And you're mad that he won't kiss your goddamn ass. That's just the reality of what it is at the very end of the day. That since you're supposed to be somebody, that they definitely are supposed to come to you and kiss your ass to let you know what's going on. They're supposed to entertain you. Instead of coming out saying, you know what, I got a problem with this, that, and the other. I have a problem with this leader doing or what this black person is doing. You let the women come on your channel and bitch. You let the women come on your channel and nag. This is what you do, Dr. Boyce Watkins, and male feminists. And then when they come on your channel and nag and bitch, you act like you side with the man and say, you know what, I don't necessarily agree with what they're saying, but they at least have the right to say it on my channel, where it can get 50,000 views of a black audience that once they hear it, it's going to be very destructive to anything somebody's trying to do after they hear it. And actually, I don't know what problem you have with me. What did I do? I didn't do anything wrong. What's me? I just believe in black women having the freedom of nagging and freedom of bitching and tearing down what the black man is doing. This is Dr. Boyce Watson. I couldn't possibly believe any problem that Dr. Umar Johnson would have with me. You silly Negro. You are the male feminist president. Black male feminist president of the United States of America, Dr. Boyce Watkins. Second beef that he has, that he acts like the super good guy. You can see that with the beef he had with Dr. Cornel West. He's the super goddamn good guy. You follow? He makes no mistakes and does nothing wrong. That means he has no critical analysis of himself. And as soon as somebody responds to the negative consequences of what he does, he plays innocent. Well, I didn't do anything. I just said everything that was perfectly correct and, just by the book. And I just, I wouldn't try to step on anybody's toes and I'm a good guy, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. Black male feminist president of the world. I had to touch on that. I had to go in on that. Just because you don't know yet what Umar Johnson is going to do with the fund, how he's going to utilize the funding, and you don't see the blueprint that he has right now, does not mean he's not going to build a school, and does not mean he's a scam artist. For you to jump to that in conclusion, you are immediately in tearing down a black man and what he's doing mode. To immediately jump to that conclusion. Now, you could say 50-50 since I don't have the blueprint. Well, there's a question there. I want to see it. I'm thinking, I would like to see what's going to happen. I need more information. But the jump to, it's something fishy about this, that's some nigga hating nigga shit. It's not enough evidence to be fishy about it. We know the schools that he was attempting to buy, and we know when they went up for sale. We know the issues that he had with funding, with the amount that he was going to raise. We just have to stop hating on us doing our own thing. And that's what I saw with the Dr. Boyce Watkins things. I'll move on. I don't want to spend too much time on that.